Welcome to a short preview of the corporate brand webinar that I'm offering. Brand is one of those things that a lot of people say they understand and they know what it is, but most people don't. If you've ever heard somebody say, well, we're rebranding our product, what does that mean exactly? I think it means that they want to change the color of the wrapper or something, or the logo or like that. Product itself is the same. Also, brand has just such a strong effect on my decision to buy from you that in fact I consider it the most critical enabler, or unfortunately could be a disabler, of you succeeding in selling me something. Brand is about your product success, and it's also about your success with people. If you want to attract people to your team, your brand is a critical enabler or disabler in your success in attracting those people. Let me tell you a short story. There's a book called The Ultimate Question by a gentleman named Reichheld. And in the book, he recommends that we all ask 2 questions of people who buy from us. The first question he wants you to ask is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to recommend me to other potential buyers? Okay. And the scale is 1 to 10, so 9s and 10s are people who would, if they heard somebody in the next line at the grocery store or wherever talking about something where they might be able to use your product, they would kind of lean over and say, excuse me, I know just what you need. This stuff is fabulous. You got to go there. And they would sell your product for you. 7s and 8s, people who score 7 and 8, well, they might be pretty big fans of your product, but they would not lean across and offer unbidden to help sell your product. They heard the same thing in the grocery lineup from the next door over there. Unless that person in the other lineup said, and what do you think? Unless they invited comment, the people who score 7 and 8 would not say anything. That brings us to 4s, 5s, and 6s. These people are price shoppers. It has nothing to do with anything other than price. So, if you're charging 2 cents more than the guy across the street, they're going to the guy across the street. That's it. They're definitely price shoppers. They have no brand loyalty, no loyalty to you or to your product. That brings us down to 3s and 2s and 1s. Not only are they not loyal, they will actually go out of their way to diss you and to tell people how bad your stuff is and how they don't like it. They're the opposite of 9s and 10s, except in a very, very unhelpful way. So, the second question, after you ask the question of 1 to 10, how likely are you to recommend? The second question is, and what is it that causes you to choose that number to give a rating to our situation here, our product or company? Quick story here. Lady, small kid, goes into the big store to buy one thing. She gets it. It's a little bit large. She's got it in a buggy. She rolls it out to the parking lot. She finds her car. And doggone it if the snow plow hasn't come along and kind of like put a pile of snow behind, all the cars on that side of the road. Well, she struggles, and she's trying to keep an eye on her child, and she gets this big thing in the trunk. And it's a bit of a struggle, and she gets it in there, and she's ready to get in the car and kind of thinking, oh man. And here it is. She looks down at the end of the row. She sees the snowplow. The driver is in the snowplow and is laughing at her. Oh my. So she gets the phone call from the store, ma'am, if you wouldn't mind taking a short survey on a scale of 1 to 10. She says, well, I'm going to be really generous here. I'm going to be really generous. I'm going to give you a 2. Well, the person who made the phone call is like flabbergasted, like, oh my gosh, 2. Oh my gosh. Oh my. May I ask you a few more questions as to how did you came to that number? See, he's asking the 2 questions. Scale 1 to 10, she gives a 2. He wants to know how she got it. She tells the story. The interviewer asked, was the product okay? Oh, the product was more than okay. Did we have the exact model that you wanted? Oh yes, the right color, everything. The product, now that you've got it home, how's it working? Oh, it works great. It's one of the best purchases I've ever made. Interviewers as well. So, oh my. So was it the service? Was somebody in our store like not up to the usual stellar standard we like to keep? She says, no. The people were wonderful. Everybody took care of me. They helped me with my youngster. I mean, it was a really great positive experience. And then he said, well, I don't understand the 2. How did you get the 2? Second question, right? She tells about the snowplow. Ugh. That's part of the brand. The brand is not the logo. It's not the color of the store. It's just not any of those things that we think it is. The most critical enabler, or as in the example, disabler of your success, corporate brand. Come on over, join me. We'll have some fun and tell you some more stories, and I will explain exactly what you need to know to be a really successful brand, I guess brand champion, brand builder. Yes, all of that. It will help your success greatly. Thank you. Oh yeah, it's $5. Sorry. Yeah, there you go. This is me. Okay.